In the ancient days of old Hawaii, there were many magical, mysterious, and marvelous things that occurred. There lived, back in those ancient times, a man named Kamanu. He was ui, very handsome, akamai, smart as a whip, ikaika, strong, and olu olu, kind. Kamanu took good care of his ohana. He knew he had to malama them, so he went to his lo'ikalo every day and worked hard to grow beautiful kalo. He went to the kai and caught many i'a to feed his family. But his favorite thing to do was to go to the kahawai, to the river, and all the way up to the wailele, catching as he went hihivai. It's like the opihi, but of the river. And opai, shrimps so delicious to crunch and eat. He liked to go to the wailele all the way up to the waterfall because there lived a beautiful mo'owahine, a beautiful mermaid. She often came out and sat on a big flat pohaku right under the waterfall and combed her long ehu hair. Her lauoho, her hair was red. Well, Kamanu and the mo'owahine became good friends, and they enjoyed many wonderful times, laughing and joking and talking story. Until finally one day, the mo'owahine told Kamanu, Kamanu, I have fallen in love with you. I want to marry you and you to be my kane. Come, I will show you where we could live. And she took Kamanu's hand and brought him to the entrance to the cave. And then down, 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 down they went, below the river, below the earth, to a beautiful cave that the mo'owahine had made into a lovely home. Oh, Kamanu was happy. The walls were covered with shining shells. The mo'owahine took good care of him. She fed him everything he liked to eat. She had fresh kapa for him every day. And they spent hours enjoying themselves. Pa'anilako lawa. They played games, yes. They played kimo, they played konane, and most of all, they loved to dance hula. They could dance hula for hours, and they'd like to chant to one another. They made up chants together. So fun. But days passed, weeks passed, even months passed before Kamanu finally realized, oh, where? I never told my family where I was going. They could be worried about me. Ho, the mo'owahine said, I, Kamanu, your ohana could be worried. Kamanu said, I must go. Please, I must leave our little self-quarantine where we've been for all these months and go and visit my family. So the mo'owahine told him, of course, you can leave our little personal space where we have been together alone. But I will remind you, when you go out, there are rules. You need to keep your personal space, Kamanu. When you go out into the world, you cannot come within 6 feet of any other living creature, be it a pua'a, a pig, an ilio, a dog, or any man or woman or child. You must keep 6 foot distance, and you cannot hug your family or kiss them. Ole. No honi, no puliki. No. If any lips touch yours, you will not be able to return to our beautiful, quarantined home again. Listen to me carefully and follow the rules. I promise it, Kamanu, I can do this. And the mo'owahine let him up, gave him a honi, and sent him off on his path. He ran down the alehele, being very careful to keep a 6 foot distance between himself and anyone else he met. Then he finally reached his ohana. They knew. They all stayed apart. They did not try to kiss him. They did not try to hug him. But they jumped up and down with excitement because he was back and alive. Only his little Ilio, his beloved dog, came running up, jumped into his arms, and gave him a big, fat, juicy kiss right on his face. Oh, Kamanu was so happy to see the dog. He held him as he talked story with his ohana. Well, before the sun set, Kamanu bid his family and his dog a fond aloha and returned to the cave. He walked down the alehele by the kahawai until he got to the wailele, and there he could see his beloved wife. she was crying. Uwe. She was crying and she said, Kamanu, you didn't keep your personal space. You let your dog kiss you. Away. Now you cannot return to our quarantine zone. And she disappeared forever. Kamanu threw himself on the pohaku where they had first met and talked. He was so sad he cried and cried and cried. When he was finally done crying, he lifted himself up, bid a fond aloha to his mermaid wife and the cave where they had lived so happily, and returned down the alele, keeping his personal distance from everyone he met, until he reached his ohana. And there, he and his beloved dog went on a long walk together. Pipi holo ka'au.